All right, cool. I think we are live, folks. Checking it out here. Should be showing it. Yeah, there we are. All right. Very cool. Okay. So, in any case, welcome to the inaugural show of What the Hell Did I Just Watch? Which is basically, I'm just going to show you some free streaming sites to watch in these FUBAR times, so you don't have to spend any money. I mean, both all the channels I'm going to show you are ad based, right? So you watch a movie and they're going to show you some ads, and all the movies are free to watch. So that's the idea. And of course, one of the biggies is absolutely, without a doubt, Tubi. Okay, you need to check out Tubi, Tubi.com. You need to get over there. It's just fantastic. And let's take a look because last night I was checking out. They usually add movies on Fridays and Saturdays. It's kind of like one of those things. They just keep adding them. So if they're going to have new movies, they're adding them Fridays and Saturdays. And so I added a bunch because they just got a ton. They got a ton. So let's take a look, shall we? All right. So, the girl with the dragon tattoo series, and that we're talking the original series with Naomi Rapace. It's fantastic. It is great. If you guys have not seen that, they have all three on Tubi now. Yes, it is subtitled, but who gives a damn? Because that's the original, and that's the way you should watch it. And it is fantastic, man. All three are just great. So highly recommended. And of course, Smoking Aces. You gotta, I mean, come on. Smoking Aces is so freaking great. It's like, this guy, Vegas magician, rats on the mob. So they put a hit out on him. So it attracts all of these sleazy people that, of course, quote unquote assassins. Uh, and they all come after him to kill him. It's just got this really amazing cast of actors, and you got to see it. It's hilarious, man. High action, a lot of comedy, really great entertainment. Highly recommended. This one I have not seen, Daughter of the Wolf. And the reason why I put it on there is there's actually two reasons. The first is Richard Dreyfuss, which he's in the top there of the frame, and the second is of course Gina Carano, who is there in the bottom of the frame. Now this is a 2019 film. This was before Carano was canceled from those sweet overlords over at Disney for some BS craporama. In any case, she was on The Mandalorian and they fired her for saying a few things that, as far as I'm concerned, weren't even controversial. But she's been doing films since then. There was a film that was just released off of the Daily Wire. That's Ben Shapiro's site, and that film is called Terror on the Prairie. It's like an adventure. I don't know what you'd call it, a suspenseful western. One of those. And it looks great. I have not seen it yet. I plan on seeing it. But in any case, I'm definitely going to watch Daughter of the Wolf because it looks great. Trailer is awesome. Highly recommended. And of course, you can't go wrong with The Golden Voyage of Sinbad. I mean, this is the original Ray Harryhausen with the delightful, always delightful Carolyn Monroe. Good Lord, man. And the way that she looks in Golden Voyage of Sinbad, you gotta go back to the yesteryears there and watch this one over again. So that is now on my list. Space Hunter, I don't know a hell of a lot about. about, pardon me, it's 1983. I don't think I've seen it actually, but I'm definitely going to check it out. Alan Quartermaine. They've got a few Alan Quartermaine films on here, and they look entertaining. I like those films if they're done well. I love the librarian films. I don't know if you've seen those, but they are a lot of fun. The librarian with Noah Wiley. I think they have three or four of those. Those are just fantastic, absolutely great. So, in any case, let's go back to Tubi here. They have a comedy called Being Trump, which looks pretty hilarious. Apparently, he takes off in a rocket to Mars, and it just looks funny. I don't know. Once again, I don't know anything about it. I saw the trailer. It looks like a very good humored film, about Trump. So it looks good. It looks definitely worthy of seeing once, I would say. In Like Flynn, this is a new action adventure film, 2019, presumably about Errol Flynn and some of his escapades before he became a movie star. So in this one, he's in Papua New Guinea, I think, and he's in search of gold. So, it's I got maybe that kind of Raiders of the Lost Ark feel about it, but it looks interesting. I'm definitely going to, give it a look. And there's a classic, year 2000, Get Carter with Sylvester Stallone, action crime thriller. You can't really go. I mean, I've seen this film, Get Carter. God, years ago, probably in 2000. So it's been a good 20 years. So I got to watch that again. Looks interesting. This one looks. I've got to watch it. It's called Amerigeddon. Okay, and it looks like some kind of a. It's hard to say where they're going with it, but it's kind of a uprising, kind of. I don't know, maybe a civil war in the United States kind of thing. I'm not quite sure, but it looked intriguing, and so I put it on the list. So I'll give it a whirl. And then, of course, we have the 2008 film with Val Kilmer, Conspiracy. Now, I've heard a lot of stuff about this film. Some really good, some not so good. But it's in the guise of action drama mystery. So it looks good. The trailer looked good. It's actually the trailer is just a clip from the film. Tubi occasionally does that. It's just really like 2 minutes out of the film as opposed to a trailer. So it looks good. Val Kilmer back in 2008, still doing it. And so I'm going to check it out. This one I don't know. I think I've seen it. Universal Soldier: The Return, 1999. You know, I don't know. There were a few Universal Soldier films. This one looks interesting. It looks good. So I'm not quite sure. Dying of the Light, Nicolas Cage film, 2014. Don't know much about it. I'm gonna definitely check it out. Warzone, Punisher, Warzone. Now this was the follow-up to the original Punisher movie. And I may just be saying something controversial here. I just watched this a few nights ago. I think this is better than the first Punisher film. Uh, I I think the guy that plays the Punisher is more like the Punisher, and I just like the plot. I like the supporting cast, the bad guys. I mean, there's a couple of great, just really bizarre bad guy characters. And I mean, it's violent. It is, whew, boy, it is ultra violent. But the violence, like the gore, the graphic violence is quick. So you see a head exploding, but it's only on the screen for a second. That type of thing. But they do show it, and it's really good. It is really a good film. I don't know why they didn't make any more. It's 2008, but I highly recommend Punisher Warzone. Really good flick. They also just added Life, 2017 film. Alien gets loose on a small ship, perhaps like a space station, and I think this has something to do with, I don't know, something else, Cloverfield or something. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna watch it and check it out. It just, some of the stuff I've seen, it looks like it might be a little too much CGI for my taste. I don't like CGI in horror at all. In sci-fi films, obviously you're gonna have it, CGI spaceships, whatever. If it looks good, that's fine. But if it looks like a video game, screw it. I'm not going to watch it. So I'm going to give this a test here. You've got Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal. They're good actors. We'll see what's going on. It looks interesting. It looks like it could be a winner. We'll see. They've got both. They have added both Conan films with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So this looks really great. Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer, 1982, 1984. Those are just must sees. You got to watch them. They're great. I really like them. I think, if you're talking about, I don't know, book to screen adaptations, I thought they were good. They work. They're quite entertaining. I am looking forward to checking those. It's been a few years, let's put it that way, since I've seen these, but I'm looking forward to checking them out again. 1975 brought us The Killer Elite with the great James Caan. Rest in peace, man. And of course, Robert Duvall. So you got James Caan, Robert Duvall, 1975 film called The Killer Elite. And I don't think I've ever seen this film, but it sounds really good. I mean, you got assassins, intrigue, action. It just looks like a great thriller. So that's definitely in the watch list. Damien, Omen 2, I don't know. I recall it was pretty good. He goes to a military academy, and of course, hijinks happen there in the old military academy. So, in any case, that's Omen 2. That's 1978, and it looks pretty good. I can't recommend Atlas Shrugged, all parts, part one, part two, part three, all on Tubi, enough. It's really a great miniseries. Obviously they had a budget to contend with, but I think they did a great job. This is Ayn Rand's, uh, seminal work. This is it, Atlas Shrugged, and who is John Galt? Well, if you haven't read the book or you haven't seen this, you're going to find out it's really quite good. Highly recommended. I'm going to watch all three again soon. Southland Tales, that was the 2007 film from that gentleman, uh, Richard. I just forget his freaking name. Let's see if I can get it real quick here. Richard Kelly. Yes, yes. Starring Dwayne Johnson and Sean William Scott. Those two guys come to mind. I loved it. When I saw it when it came out, I loved Southland Tales. It was panned heavily. I think it was really amusing. There were a lot of great things about it, so I look forward to watching it again to see if it holds up. First person shooter. This is a Tubi original. Tubi has started doing their original films, so here we go. First person shooter, and I'm going to check that one out soon. 2022, brand new. Then you got, of course, the John Carpenter classic, 2001's Ghosts of Mars. Yes, there it is. You know that film. I like it. I like that film. I've seen it. I've probably seen it at least half a dozen times, and I'll probably see it a half dozen more times. It's just really entertaining. What can be said? I really liked it a lot. So then we got 2015's Dick Hopper, Private Eye. Don't know anything about it. It looks like it could be amusing. America Meltdown, the threat is real. Don't know. I can only suspect it's terrorists attacking a nuclear facility, power plant. Blood Vessel. Now that it looks pretty interesting. Low budget. It I believe these people get their boat sinks. They're on a raft, and they come across this large German Nazi vessel. They board the vessel and they run into some really nasty vampires. Looks really cool. So, or at least reasonably entertaining. 2020 film. Forbidden Zone, folks, right there. 1980. Danny Elfman, The Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo. Hervé Villachez, right there. You got to watch this film. You must watch this film. It's the director's cut. It is great. It is the weirdest comedy, musical comedy you will ever see, and it is incredibly entertaining. So I think that was the last one I just added. So those are the additions for this last for this weekend. And as you can see, there's just a ton of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So the I completely, the Tubi is just one of those channels that you can't lose. In the first place, it's free, so you just can't lose. And I think the films that the variety of films that they have is fantastic. You just can't beat it for the price. So I'm always checking out Tubi and seeing what they have. And that pretty much ends this stream. I just wanted to. This is the inaugural stream. It's basically I'm going to do this every weekend. It'll be like what's going on in the world of free streaming platforms for us poor ass bastards. Or as I like to call it, uh, what do they call it? What was that? Shit. Skid Row viewing. Yeah, Skid Row streaming or Skid Row viewing. There are other platforms that I'm going to introduce to you guys in the coming weeks. Some really great free platforms that you gotta check out that have stuff that Tubi does not, and they even have you know newer films. I'm talking like some first run films 2021, 2022 for free. Pardon. So please come in. I'll be here next I don't know, next Friday or Saturday. I'll do another show about the same time. We'll keep it informal, but so many films were added to Tubi last night that I felt I really had to do a show. So in any case, until the next time, guys, you know, keep watching. Keep watching the skies. Keep watching the skies.